Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Well, good morning. We're back. Got several things going on. You can see how busy it was last week, but we got several things going on this morning that we're going to be working on. One of them happens to be that big rascal right there. Got a big Prevost bus in the shop. We're fixing to pull that in. Basement air problems. So Mr. Lewis has got his bay cleaned out. So we're going to pull that in now and see what's going on with it. One of the other projects here this morning is this Holiday Rambler that's got this InvisiShield that's coming off of here. Let's take a look at this and kind of look and see what you got. So you can see this one here has deteriorated pretty well. See how nasty that InvisiShield is on the front of this thing. So they're going to be working on this morning to get this removed. All right, so this 2021 model Sanibel by Forest River. Customer had stated that every time he used the sink in the bathroom, he was getting water down in this lower bay. Let me show you what we found out. So the customer had stated that every time he used the sink in the bathroom, this area was flooding. I mean, there was water coming out of this area right here. Let me take you inside and show you what we found out. Now you can see right there's a wall panel and a stud, which is typically not a good sign. But what was happening was the water was coming through the sink, and this is what they found. This is from the factory, guys. So all the water coming out of the sink was just flooding this whole thing out right here. That's problematic at best. So not sure how we're going to deal with that as far as the Forest River warranty side. I mean, we're going to submit it and see what they say. I mean, it's, you know, he said it's done this since day one, and he just hasn't been using it because he was like, man, every time I do that, it leaks. So he just wasn't using that sink. Well, he's gotten to the point now where, you know, he's like, man, something's wrong. So my mobile service team had actually gone out and looked at it, and they're like, there's something more major going on here. And as you can see, after pulling the wall apart, there was something more major going on. So we're going to have to deal with Forest River and see what we can get done with that. So Mr. Lewis has got this basement air. He's pulling this one out on the driver's side. The passenger side seemed to be working okay, but let me show you what we found. Now we put our thermal imaging camera on the passenger side, and you can see that here's the actual driver's side. So you can see, or this is the passenger side. So you can see the passenger side versus the driver's side. Now I will tell you, you can see how much difference the heat is. But now the passenger side, driver's side, which Lewis is working on now, the amp draw on the indoor fan was only like 1.47, where the fan amp draw on the passenger side was almost 3 amps. So there's something going on with this unit, and as you can see from the thermal imaging, this side's not, you know, obviously red is all the heat that's in there. That side has lots of heat, but this side does not. So we're going to be pulling that out of there and taking a look at that unit. All right, so the boys just got finished up on this InvisiShield on the front of this Holiday Rambler. So let me show you what we got here. You can see the big difference from when we started. Now, again, this is stuff we kind of run into, you know, right there on that hard paint line. I mean, we're as gentle as we can be. You can see the fiberglass was actually cracked right there inside that well that caused that, and then we had another little spot right there that developed. But overall, the front of this turned out awesome, and this one looks really good, getting ready to head out. So we had this old Atwood 8940-3. We'd actually gone out to this lady's camper and installed a new hot water heater, and she called like a week later and said that every time she ran the hot water heater, the wall in the shower was getting hot from the hot water heater running. Now, that didn't make any sense to me. But we want to obviously take care of our customers, so we sent Mr. Torrey out to take a look at that, to see what was going on with that. Let me show you what we found, because obviously there's a problem. It's sitting here on the test bench, but there's more wrong here, and I want to show you what's going on. So let me turn the camera around. Right, so I've got it hooked up on the test bench. Let's fire this thing up and see what's going on here. So obviously she's pretty damn lucky she didn't burn the camper down. All the wood, there was wood about 16 inches above that hot water, above that furnace right there, and it was all charred. I mean, I don't know. I told the lady she needed to go, you know, buy a lottery ticket, because this is obviously was one of those situations where, you know, this was I don't know how it didn't burn her camper to the ground. I mean, you've seen the blowtorch coming out of that. That's a bad deal. So we've actually taken and changed hers out with a Suburban 40,000 BTU furnace to resolve that. But yeah, this is a bad deal. Lucky didn't burn the camper to the ground. But that's why her wall was getting hot every time she took a shower. Just the way it goes. But lucky on her part, she didn't have a worse problem. So another one Brandon's working on is Wonderful Swintech, and that rack's got a problem. So he's got the new rack out here and getting ready to install it. But everybody knows the problems with those. We had another Atwood AFM furnace that came in that actually had a bunch of mud daubers up inside the burner chamber right there. So we actually took it all apart and was able to flush all the mud daubers and all out of it. And so now they've got it back on the test bench, doing a test fire and make sure we get everything kind of cleaned out. You know, it's got a little bit of a smell right now because it had, you know, a bunch of trash in it. But they got majority of the trash out of there, so now they're just running it on the test bench, see what they got. Well, I'm a little bit behind on my videos for this week. I had one of my mobile service guys had some issues at home, so he's been out for 3 days. So I was actually in the mobile service truck running service calls, and just had so much going on with the cold snap furnaces and stuff not working. I didn't get much video for that. In fact, I didn't get any. I'm sorry. That's what it is. This sandpiper that you saw us building the back wall on last week, Mr. Lewis did get this all finished up. Let me show you what we got. You can kind of see how this turned out. All right, so there it is. He got the new wall on, got all the sealant done, new sandpiper sticker. Everything's looking good on this. We had a J-wrap that was messed up down there, so he got the new J-wrap on. So this one is done and ready to ship out. It's just been one of those weeks. I mean, we've had so much going on there, and I've been trying to kind of fill the gaps for them over on the mobile side. So the boys have been rolling on. They've had several projects going on up there. I had a ton of video last week. I think we had 34 videos that we uploaded for last week. So you had plenty of content for last week. I mean, that's just what it was. So I got to head up here now. I got a few things I'm going to try to get done. But yeah, it's just been one of those weeks where it's just been really busy, and I haven't caught a lot. So Mr. Lewis, I know, has got a floor he's working on, and Brandon's been working on a big Tiffin motor coach that had some HWH jack problems. So I know they've been working on that, and skylights and wheel bearings, and they've had quite a bit. But like I said, I've been running the roads. It's just part of it. So we'll go up here and I'll see what I got going on. See if I can grab some video for you guys. Got this little Sprinter fifth wheel that Mr. Lewis has been working on. It's got slide forward problems. So he's got the BAL and the fascia, getting ready to do all that. And then he's got the skirting and all that undone, and getting ready to pull this one out and build a floor for this fifth wheel. Another project they've been working on is this Ultimate Freedom, and it's got some arms and awning. And actually, if you look real carefully right there, the skylight's messed up. So they're working on getting that done. And then this Sunset Trail sitting out here, They've got issues with the, I think they're just changing out the fabric on this one. So they're working now. Oh no, they had an arm. So 2 new arms. You can see the old arm sitting right there. So 2 new arms, and they're getting this one all repaired and ready to go. And then you see cousin Gary. He's actually heading over here because we're getting ready to pull the slide out of the sprinter that Mr. Lewis is working on. It's got the floor problem. All right, so got this floor out, and you can see it was pretty bad right there. So we're gonna be we'll be getting this tore apart so Mr. Lewis can get that get the new floor ready to go in this. I'll give you guys a quick look at how this was done. Now you can see the wear bar that slide's actually running over. That was all completely loose, and I mean, the only thing holding that in place was just that little staple right there. Of course, once that fell out, then it's 100% riding on that floor. So Mr. Lewis will go in there and resolve that, put a bunch of screws back in there to get that back in place where that failed. And then, you know, that's good too, because it'll help get that water out of here if it had some in there, keep from doing some damage to that floor. But heading in the right direction on this one. Well, I got a little bit of a milestone going on in this video. So a lot of you guys have asked if I produce my own videos. I actually don't. I've got a bunch of students down at Georgia Cumberland Academy in Calhoun, Georgia, that actually produce all my videos. They wrote all the music, they do all that. I upload the videos to them, they produce it, they send it back to me, and wham bam, there you go. You guys get to see what I do every day. So this is the 100th video that they have produced for us here at Shelburne RV. So I want to say thank you to them, and thank you everybody for watching. I mean, this is my wife again said we'd never make it this far, so here we are. So thank you to Georgia Cumberland Academy for producing the videos, and thanks guys for watching. Appreciate that. All right, well, that's going to finish us up here this week. I'm sorry again, I didn't get much video done. I was out running mobile service, and it's just been one of those weeks. Gary, on the other hand, has been covered up here at the shop. I think you had didn't you have a Norcold 1200 you started tearing into this week? Did you even get that done?
No.
No.
Needed heating elements.
Oh yeah, still waiting on some heating elements for that. But he got working on that. I wasn't here to see what he got done on it. He tells me that he was working. I gotta take his word for it that he was working. He says he was. That's the way it goes some weeks. He said they were covered up there, but I wasn't here to find out. So that's just the way it goes. So thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody's comments from last week. Please like and subscribe. Thanks again to Georgia Cumberland Academy for our 100th video and them getting that produced. And as always, this video is
Cousin Gary approved.
Y'all have a good weekend. Thanks, guys.